Okay, so good evening, everyone. Welcome to this internship program. If you have, before starting the session, we'll take the questions. So if you have any questions, you can type in the Q&A section. Also, if anybody is not able to join via Zoom, the sessions are getting telecasted on YouTube as well. You can join the live from there as well. Ashwini, you cannot change the source file. You have to create a source file and then you can work upon that. Okay, so people asking for the assignment. For now, just practice those questions on your pub4under server. And when we ask for the submission, you can submit that code to us. For now, you can just practice for the topics which have been completed till now. And later in this internship program, we'll give you a submission link where you can submit all these topics, all these questions. In free format, the F4 functionality is not there. And if it is showing a reverse image, a green color, you can first try to compile it. And if it does not compile, then you have the error. By default, it shows a reverse image on the if we write the code in free format. Okay, so till now we have covered the operation codes, the built-in functions, the physical file, logical files, and how we can handle and perform actions on the files. And today we'll be going to the how we can handle the errors in our calculations. There are scenarios where by the mistake we enter wrong values and the calculation part comes in come with error. So in that case, error handling can help us. So today's session will be taken by Pooja, and she'll be taking the session on error handling and parameter passing. So Pooja, you can take over.
Yes, okay. So, hello everyone, and today we will cover and just yeah, hello everyone. In today's session, we will cover like what are errors and why we need error handling in S400 and the types of errors in S400 and what methods we can use to handle the errors, and after that we will learn what is parameter passing and a method to pass the parameters. So what is errors? And sometimes when we call the programs and issue occurred in the program, and because of that issue our program behaves abnormally, and it does not behave at it as it should. So to avoid these issues while calling the program, we handle the errors, and this process called error handling. So when we handle those errors, the flow of the program work as it should uh, work. So what types of errors we have in S400s? Basically, we have two types of errors in S400. The first is file exceptions. So sometimes while using the file in the program, we got the errors like the record lock error and update operational errors. So what is record lock error? Sometimes we use a file in two different programs, and let's for example, if we call the first program, and in that program we are reading the files, we are reading that file, and in the same time we call the another program. So in that case, if we call the second program, it will throw an error, and it will show us like the record is used by another program. So in that case, we get the record lock error, and when we get the update operational error, sometimes we try to update a file without setting a pointer on on that file. In that case, we get the update error. And the second errors we get in the S400 is program exceptions errors, and uh, the first we can get is divide by zero. Sometimes we try to divide some numbers by the zero, and then in that case we get the divide by zero errors, and we can also get the index out of range errors, and invalid date time or timestamp value error. So we if we get these errors, so we need to handle these errors. So in S400 we have some methods to handle these kind of errors. So first we can use is monitor block. So what is monitor block? And we will learn what is monitor block. So in monitor block we can write the code which can throw the error, and if error occurred in that code which we keep in the monitor block, then the block will pass the control to the on array statement. We will see the syntax of the monitor block. So this is the syntax of the monitor block we can use in the program. So inside this monitor block we can write our code and the statement which can throw the errors. If we get error in that particular statement, then the monitor block will pass the statement to this on error statement, and the on error statement will capture those error, and inside this on error block we can display the information related to that error. And if all the statement in the monitor block are processed without any error, then the control will pass to the end mon statement, and the further code will be run. And we can also give the percent file, and it will handle all the file related errors. And the second we can use is e operator. Sometimes we in S400 we use some opcodes like write, scan, chain, update, and any other opcodes. Sometimes if we use that opcodes in our program, that opcodes also can raise the issue. For an example, we use update opcode in the program, but in some for some reason update throw some errors, like for example the file is used by the another program. So in that case we can use e operator extender with the update opcodes. What e operator extender will do, it will bypass the errors, and uh, it will bypass the errors, and the program will not get crash, and it will handle those errors, and further code will run. But it will not show the error. But if we want to handle that error, and we want to catch those errors, so in that case we can use percent error. So what percent error will do, instead of bypass the error, what it will do, it will take the action on that error, and it will handle it, and show we can display that information related to error, like we got the error on that particular line. And the third one we can use in S400 to handle the errors is PSSR. So PSSR is a program error subroutine, and it's a built-in subroutine in the S400, and we can directly use it in a program. We can use it anywhere in the program. So what we need to do, we just need to declare this subroutine in the program, and what it will do, in anywhere in the program, if we will get any error, the control will transfer to this PSSR subroutine, and it will handle the error, and we can also display the information related to that error. And also we can handle the time and date related errors in S400. So we if we want to validate the date, we want to check the format of the date and time, so we can also handle these kind of errors. So what we use for this, we use test opcode to handle the date and time related errors. So we can use test e, test de, test et, and test ez. What test e do, we can test e we use test e to validate the date, time, or time state. It can use for date, time, or time stamp. But what test de will do, it will only we can only use it for to validate the date. And the same test et will do, it can only validate the time, and ez will only validate the time zone, time stamp. Okay, so this is a flow diagram how the error handling will work. Let's suppose we have a code, and if any exception occurred in that code, and if we handle the exceptions, then the program will execute without any error. But if we do not handle those errors, in that case program will execute with the errors. And if no exception occurred, then the program will work fine. So now we will learn about the parameter passing, like what is parameter passing in S400. So sometimes we want to execute a program with some input, and we pass the input to the programs, and then program gets executed. So these inputs called parameter, and the process called parameter passing. So we can pass these parameters in two ways. We can pass these parameters. The first, we can pass the parameters directly from the command line, and the second, we can pass the parameter by the another program. So in S400, basically we use first we basically we use the plist. And what plist do, plist define a list of parameter that will be used by calling a program. And what entry will do, entry takes the programs, like we accepted these parameters in the program when we call this program. So this was about the error handling and parameter passing. Now we will learn all these things by the programs. So I will show you all the programs. So in this program, we will learn how monitor block works. So here we can see we have four variables. I have declared four variables in the programs, and I also assigned the values in these programs. And in where variable, I have assigned the I assigned the divide values by num1 and num2, but the num3 has value as 0. So what it will do, it will throw the divide by 0 error. So if we will run this program, we will get the divide by 0 error. Okay, we get the attempt to divide by 0. So in that case, we use the monitor block, and how block will work. So if we write that particular statement in monitor block, what monitor block will do, it will transfer the control to the honor statement, and here we can write the information related to that error. So in that case, our program will not crash, and it will work, and we will able to see the error. So if I run this program, we will see, yeah, we will display attempt to divide by 0 error. Okay, so it will display the information I have written in the uh, display opcode. And the second one, how percent file will work, and like open uh, I try to open this file, and because this file is used by the another program, so every time when we will get the error related to this file, the error will control by this file, star file opcodes, and it will display the message on the display screen. Okay, okay, so this is how monitor block works. And now we will see how e opcode works. Okay, so in this program, I have declared one student pf file, and first I set the pointer on this file. So in that case, the update works fine. But in another case, I directly try to update the file without setting any pointer. So in that case, the program throw an uh, should throw an error. So if we debug this program and we try to run this program, so we can see using just, I'm just putting this in debug mode. Okay, it's reading the file first. Okay, so in that case, the pointer set to the file, and it will update the student name, and now it will again read the file, and it will end the loop. But in second statement, we will see we did not set any pointer on the file, and we are trying to update the file without any pointer. So in that case, a error should be occurred. And if we will see, yeah, and now we error should be occurred in this uh, update statement, because we did not set any pointer. So an error occurred in the update statement. Now if statement will capture these errors, and now it will display the information related to that error. So it will come inside the if statement, and it will display the error, like error occurred while updating the file. So this is how extender work. And if we see the if we want to see the how it bypass the error, so we can also comment out the percent error, and like if we do not use it, like we can see how it will throw the error. Okay, if I compile this one, okay, and if I will try to call this program, it throw me the error update or delete student without any prior input operation. It means we did not set any pointer, and we are trying to update the file. But if I used if I use uh, e operator with the update opcode, then it will bypass the error. Now I will save and will compile it. If now if I will try to call this program, it successfully called. We did not get any error. So this is how e opcode works. And now we will learn about PSSR, how PSSR subroutine works. So first I will show you the program. So here I've declared one variable with the length of 2. But in the logic, what I'm trying to do, I assigned uh, a value as 10 in num1, and I'm trying to multiply this value by 10. So now it will become 100. But in declaration, we can see we have only 2 length for this variable. But when I will multiply it by 10, it becomes 100, which is more than 2. So in this case, we will get the error. But I have declared the PSSR subroutine here, so the control will pass to the PSSR, and it will display the information which we want to show, like error occurred due to size related issue. So if I will compile if I will run this program, we can see it will not throw any error. It will display the information which we print in the display of code. But if we did not we do not use the PSR subroutine, in that case our program will be failed. If I comment out the PSSR, then our program will be crashed. So now we can see, if I will compile it, we'll try to call. Yeah, we got the uh, length related error. So how this is how we can use the PSSR subroutine. Okay, just need to remove. And if again I uncomment the PSSR, then we will see our program will not crash. So I will show you again. I'll compile it. Now it display the message we want to display. Okay, so this is how PSSR subroutine works. And now we will learn about the date, how we can handle the date related issue. So first I will show you the program. So here I've declared the date, time and timestamps. I've declared some variables for the date, time and the timestamp. So let's suppose here I give a date, and here I've declared the date format should be D, M and Y. The date should be day, month and year format. But we do not have the correct date here. So in that case it will throw the error, and the error will be handled by the test DE. And here in the same way we can see uh, the time format should be in USA format. Uh, and here, like when I will debug the program, we will see how it will capture the errors. And in the same way we can see for the timestamp. So here I have the correct timestamp, and here I have the incorrect timestamp. So how the test JD will handle, we will we will see it in debug mode. So I will debug this program first. Program is date. Okay, now I will try to call this program. Okay. So here we can see the date is 910921. It means the date is incorrect. So in that case, it should uh, it should throw the errors. So what it will throw the error, and the error will be captured by the test T, and in order statement it will come and it will display that not a valid DMY date. Okay, and here we have a timestamp, and we will see the time stamp is in a is a USA format, so it should not throw the error. So what it will do, it will come out from the if condition, and it will not because we do not get any error, because the format is correct for the time. So in that case we will not get any error, and the program will come out from the if statement. And the same thing we will see for the timestamp, and because we will see it will come or not, because and it will not come because the time format is correct, and it will come out the if statement. But for the second one we can see the timestamp is not correct. So what it will do, it will we will get an error, and the error will come inside the percent error, and it will display like not a valid timestamp. So it will print it. Okay. And so if I will change the values for the time, like here we have the correct time, but if I give the incorrect time, let's suppose I commit down the correct time and it's an incorrect one, and if I will compile the program, so now the time is not correct, so it will it will display like not a valid USA time. So what we will do, if I will compile it and will run it, if I will call it, we can see not a valid because the date was not correct, and not a valid USA time. We get the error that in correct format. So in that case, we got the errors. Or in the same manner, if we give the incorrect time, incorrect date, like here we need to give the day, month, and year. And if I give here like okay, if I give here like 23, it will be correct, like 41, again incorrect one. So in that case, what it will do, again it will throw the error. If I will call this program, again it show not a valid date because we do not have any month like 41. So this is how we can handle the dates. And now we will learn about the p list, how p list works for the parameter passing in S400. So here I have declared the p list, and the p list contain two parameters like name and class. And when we will call this program, it will display the name and class. So we can call this program in two ways. First, we can directly give the inputs for these parameters for this program directly by the command line. So if I go and will try to call this program p list, and we will give the parameters. So we will press F4, and here we can give the parameters. So we can give the parameters like the first any name. So I give Rahul here. Sorry, Rahul, and just I need to add the library. And if I will try to compile this one, okay. Oh, I didn't pass the second parameter. So uh, we need to pass the second parameter also. If we will, because we declared two parameters, and programs need two parameters as input, but I only give one parameter. So in that case, program will throw the error. So we also need to pass the second parameter. So I will give the last name as a Sharma. So now if we will run the program, it should be executed correctly. So just a minute. Okay, we will see why it's getting the issue. It's creating the issue. It should take the value parameter. Wait a minute, I need. Okay, wait a minute. Should take the two parameters. Okay, we will try it for one parameter. I think it should, it's not taking the second parameter, the command line. Okay, if I comment it out, so it should take one parameter. Now it will not raise any issue. Now, if I will give this parameter and will call it, so it display the name. Okay. Second parameter. I need to comment it out. Okay, wait a minute. It's creating the issue. It display the Rahul. The entry I declared to, I haven't commented. Now if I will try to compile it, it's showing me. Okay, we will see this error. How we can call, why it's not taking the two parameters, but I will show you how we can call it by using the another program. So in this program, I have called this p list, the previous one program, and I have passed these two parameters like vj, and the class is 6a. So in that case, it should call this program. So we will try to call this plist program, and we will see it will call that program. So here it display the vj, and it display the class name also. So if we will debug this program, we can see how it is working. So if I will debug this program, if I set the breakpoint, and if I will try to call the plist, okay, again I will call it. So here we can see it will call this program, and it will take a vj and class as a 6a as a parameter. And if I go there, now we come to the plist program, and we can see it display. It will display, and we get the parameter. Uh, we get the name value in the name parameter, and the 6a value in the class parameter. So if so now we can see it will display the parameters, the value of the parameter. So this is how we can pass the parameter by using the another program. And now again we will see how we can pass it by the command line. One more time we can try, but the one more line. If I will try it, again it's showing the same error. If I will try to call it, it is not valid. Okay, one more try. Should work now. Okay, plus here.
Pooja, instead of Rahul, write down plus.
Okay, it's not adding one more line here. No,
Okay.
why?
Okay, F12. Write down call plist and then press F4.
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, more.
You can see there are in the bottom there is plus for more values.
Yes.
Here you can give plus. Enter. Then now you can give two
No.
parameters. In this one parameter and the second parameter you can give below.
Okay. Okay. So now we can see we give the two parameters here, and if we will call this program, it will it is taking the in parameter from the command line, and when we will call, it will take those parameters and it will display this the value of this parameter. So first it display the Rahul, and second it display the Sharma. So this is how parameter passing works in S400. So this is all about today's session, and if you have any query, you can ping on the chat box. So this is all about today's session. Thank you,
Okay,
everyone.
thank you, Pooja, for this wonderful session. So before taking the questions, let me share the screen. And there were questions from people that how we can check the errors in this, the compilation errors. So is my screen visible?
Yes. Yes, Akshay.
Okay, so suppose this is the program, I compile it and it is giving me compilation errors. So how we can check the errors? We can write down a command work splf, work with spool files. Press enter. Now Now I have so many spool files. So one way of going to the bottom is pressing the page down again and again. And another way to directly going to the bottom is press Shift plus F6. So I have, after pressing Shift plus F6, this is the bottommost spool file. That means the latest spool file. So I can do 5 on this. Then in this control part, I have to write B, that means bottom, press enter, and these are the errors. And we can do page up to see more errors. So I have 1, 2, and 3 errors in my program, 3 compilation errors. So let's see one by one. We can copy this code, just copy this and paste it in the find section and press Shift F4. So it will start searching. So it is showing the name or indicator is not defined. The name or indicator is not referenced and the type of right and left hand side do not match. So by name we'll get most of the errors, but if still we are not able to guess the error, again press Shift F4. So it will show us the lines where the errors are there. So we can copy this line and we can search this. Shift F4 for searching. So line number 500 is this. So I have an error this. The name or indicator wherefore is not defined. So I have not defined the variable for not declared it. So one error is this. Then there is one more error in this line. The expression and contains an operand that is not defined. That is the same error because the variable for is not defined. And the third error is in the line number 600. That means the line number 6. That is variable 3 is equal to B and C. So it is showing the type of right and left hand side are do not match. So let's see the program now. Okay. So line number 5 there was error and line number 6. One error was variable 4 is not defined. So let's define variable 4. So this error will be resolved. And the second error was the left and right hand side do not match. So you can see the variable 3 is a zone type, that is a numeric field, and I am giving the values as a string. That is why it is not accepting though. So if I make it numeric and I have declared now variable 4, and let's increase the size as well of variable 4. And if I again try to compile this by 14, it will get compiled. So this is the way you can check the compilation errors. And today's session was about the error handlings. By that, if you have a runtime error in your program, you can use those, the monitor block, the PSSR, or the percent error. It is your choice which you want to use. So if you have any questions now, you can raise your hands and we'll address them.
Hi, sir.
Yes, hi.
Sir, like instead of using STR, and NDPG, like we were using SD and ED, the shortcuts beside the member name in the options.
You
Uh,
can,
yeah.
yeah,
So like, but they are not working, sir. Like, can we create the shortcuts of those commands?
yeah, we can create the shortcuts, but it is
Uh,
better to use the command because shortcuts will not be available on every system. Suppose you are
yeah.
working on a project, so it may be possible that the client has not used any added any shortcut. So
Mhm.
in that case, you have to use the command only. So it's better to use the command, and once you get familiar, you can create your own command as well.
Okay. Sir, can you show an example for creating such a kind of?
See, that is something advanced. So first you get the basics clear, and in the
Yeah.
later sessions, we'll let you know how we can create a user-defined command.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. If you have any questions regarding this session or any other session previously, you can type, you can, instead of typing in, you can raise your hands and you can unmute yourself and ask the questions directly.
Good evening, sir.
Good.
Actually, I want the official letter so that I can show it to my college authorities that I'm currently having internship here.
But for the internship certificate, you need to first complete the internship, Muskan, and the
Uh,
case study.
Not the certificate, the letter, offer letter.
You can drop in your email address and we'll see what we can do.
Okay, sir.
And I have shared the Skype group link and the assignments link in this chat, so you can open that and download. You can save that link and join the Skype group as well. If you have any questions, you can ping us in the Skype group.
Hello.
Yes, hello. If you have any query or doubt, you can just raise your hand and we can allow you to unmute and then ask the question.
Hello, sir.
Yes, hello.
Sir, is there any specific date for submit the assignment?
Actually, we have shared multiple assignment at once, so just
Yeah, yeah.
complete the session and complete the assignment according to them. And later we will share the link to submit the assignment. At that time, you can submit the assignment.
Yeah.
Probably at the end of the month, we will provide you the submission link so you can submit it from there.
Okay.
Until then, just keep completing the assignment and sessions. Also do some self-study on those topics.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are audible.
Uh, Sir, actually, my query about the work dispute file command. Can I see again how can we find the errors if we are getting any error in our program? Then how can we find the error with the using command work dispute file?
Okay. So after you do work SPLF, then you have to go to the bottom because the latest spool file is generated at the bottom of the spool list. So in that, you have to go to the bottom and check for the error messages. Let me share my screen.
Okay, I'll share Pushpinder.
Kya? Hello?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
I'll share the
Okay.
screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So we can write the command wrk splf work with spool files. Press enter. So the latest spool file, as Pushpinder said, is generated at the bottom. So we have to go to the bottom, either do page down again and again. So we have reached the bottom, or we can directly press Shift plus F6. So on the top, if I press Shift plus F6, I'll be directly taken to the bottom. And this is the latest spool file. So we'll check this last one because this one is a spool file where all the errors were fixed. So we are going to look into this. So press 5 to open it. Here it is written 5 for display. Press enter. So first we have to write in the control part, either write bottom or either write the shortcut B. Press enter. It will take you to the bottom of the page. From here you can page up once and then you can see these are the errors. One error, number one error, number two error, and if you page down, this is the third error. So we'll have to copy this. We have to also check the SV. SV means the severity. If the severity is 10 or 0, then that means it is not an error. If the severity is more than 20, 30, so that means there is the error. So right now it is 30. So we'll copy this message ID and we have to paste it in the find place and then press Shift F4. So it will start searching. Again Shift F4. So it will take you here. Sequence means on which line number the error is. So it is telling us that on this line, the name or indicator variable 4 is not defined. That means the variable 4 which we are using in the program, it is not declared. So I have resolved this issue. So variable 4 was not declared. So I have declared it. The second one is the same. The expression contains an operand that is not defined. That is the same. The variable was not defined. That is, it is giving error. And the third error was in the line number 6. The type of right and left hand side do not match. That means whatever is on the right side of equal to is not as the same data type on the left side. So I was using a variable 3, which was a numeric type data type, and I was populating a value of a character in it. That is why it is showing this error. And this way you can check. I hope you understand now.
Yeah, right, sir. Yes, yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
and if you still don't understand this, you can watch this session on YouTube, and there you can check and see how we can
Sure.
check this full file.
And things will
Sure.
become more clear if you practice along with that.
Yeah, right. Got it. Sure. Thank you very much.
If you have any questions, instead of typing in the chat, you can directly raise your hands. It's the opportunity where you can get your questions answered.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I had created source physical file and now I want to change it. I want to change a record parameter from 92 to 112. What should I do?
You
Actually,
cannot.
once you have create a source physical file and populate the files in that, and after that you cannot able to change the record length of source physical file. So the best way is to create another source physical file with the record length that you want.
Okay, sir.
And just copy all the members from the older source physical file into the new source physical file and delete
So
the old one.
how can I copy that?
Just open the work member PDM and type 3 on in the members which you want to copy. You can type 3 in the multiple members as well. Then press enter and you can enter the new source file name and the library name and press enter. It will be copied. You can press 3 and then it will automatically tell you what you have to type in.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. So I think there are no more questions and we are almost on time. So if you still have any questions, we have shared the Skype group in the chat. You can join that Skype group and type in your questions there. And also I've shared the assignment link. You can copy that link and whichever topics have been covered till now, you can practice all those assignments. And we'll have next session day after tomorrow. So until then you can practice all this. We'll wind up